McDonald's, case closed. Marshawn Lynch, Skittles, in the middle of the game. Me, McDonald's before the game. It means nothing. Eat.
Start easy, boys. All right. Let's pick a question. Start with a simple question. Start with this question. All right. Solve for x. This is a question. Solve for x, which is that triangle is given with x plus 30, 2x plus 3x. Basic standard, which is sum of all interior angles of a triangle equals to 180. Just to warm up the brain, equals to, therefore, x plus 30 degrees plus 2x plus 3x should be 180. Should be 180. Therefore, x plus x is 6x plus 30 is equals to 180. My boy, 6x is equals to 180 minus 30. 6x is equals to 150. What's happening?
Remember my spelling.
Dasa, idiot. Therefore, x is equals to 25. It's just basic, right? Then we have another one, which is, as you can see here, is that this one is 7x, this one is 2x. Say solve for the value of x. From what we can see is that this is also this. What we know is that line angles, this one is 90 degrees, this one is 90 degrees. Therefore, the angles on a straight line, they make up to 180, which means this one is 180 minus 7x. Then the interior angles of this triangle is going to be 180 minus 7x, 90 plus 2x is equals to 180. Therefore, 7x plus 2x is equals to 180 minus 90 minus 180. 7x can remove this. 7x plus 2x is equals to 180 minus 90 minus 180. Minus 5x is equals to minus 90. Therefore, x is equals to 18 degrees. Finish. Okay. Here's another one, which is find the value of x. So from this here, (14) x minus 13, 8x plus 5. So for x, we're going to assume that these two are parallel if these two are parallel, therefore 14x minus 13 should be equals to 8x plus 5. Therefore 14x minus 8 should be equals to 13 plus 5, which this one makes 6x is equals to 18, then x is equals to 3. Okay. Here we have another one. Let's turn the page. Okay. We have a random diagram like this. And then here we have a straight line. We have an angle here, but the angle is unknown. So we're just gonna say this angle is x. We say this is equals to this is equals to this. If this is x, therefore this one is 180 minus x. This one is 180 minus x. Therefore, this is 60, this is 60, this is 60. Who's this boy here making noise? Don't make noise for me, boy. Don't make noise for me. Yeah, I'm working. I'm serious. Think I'm joking. I'm making money. Therefore, this one is 60. Right. From this diagram, then what we can see is that 60 plus 50 plus 180 minus x should be equals to 180. Interior angles of a triangle. Therefore, 110 plus 180 minus x is equals to 180. Therefore, 110 is equals to x. That is the solution. Okay, let's pass this for now. Let's just try an easy one. Okay, we have assuming a straight line drawn, and then we have another line drawn that is perpendicular to this line, making this 90 degrees. We have 5p here, and then we have 55 degrees. They say find the value of p. This one is degrees. Assuming this is a straight line, let's just say this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Assuming CD is a straight line, therefore 55 degrees plus 90 degrees plus 5p should be 180. And there's no straight line. Therefore 5p is equals to 180 minus 90 minus 55. 5p is equals to 90 minus 55 is 35. Therefore p is equals to 7 degrees. 180 minus 90 minus 55. Okay. Fine. Then we have a last one for this page. We say we have 90 degrees, line drawn, This one is x. This and this, they're equal. That one is x. This one is 50 degrees. Find the value of x. If this and this, they are equal, therefore that one and that one, they equal. Therefore this diagram here, let's just say A, B, and C. Then triangle ABC is going to give us x. Okay, wait. This is 90 degrees and this is 50 degrees. Then from triangle ABC, we know that 180 is equal to the sum of all the interior triangle angles, which is 50 degrees plus 90 degrees plus C. Therefore, 180 is equal to 140 plus C. Therefore, 40, C is equal to 40. C is equal to 40. But C is equal to, let's just label this E, is equal to CAE. Base angles of isosceles. They're equal. Therefore, we have C plus AE plus X is 180. Therefore, 40 plus 40 plus X is equal to 180, and X is 100 degrees. Solved. Okay. Let's continue. We have a triangle here, which is unknown. We have something of such sort, which is something like this, and then we have this. This is 3, this is 4, this is 6, this is 8. This is 90 degrees, and that one is 90 degrees. This one is unknown. Say find the area of the unknown. Pretty straightforward. If you're going to say this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, and this is E. I'm gonna say first AB squared plus AC squared is equals to CB squared. For AB is 3 squared plus AC is 4 squared, should be CB squared. This being 9, this being 16, this being CB. CB being equals to 25. Therefore, CB is equals to 5. This is 5. Okay. We also have CD squared plus DE squared should be equals to CE squared. Then you say CD squared plus DE squared is equals to CE squared. This one is 36 plus 64 is equals to CE squared. Therefore, these two is 100 is equals to CE squared. CE is equals to 10. Therefore, this is equals to 10. So we have a triangle here that looks like this. Where one side is 5 and the other side is 10. One side is 5 and the other side is 10. Okay. What we can do is we can find this angle here, this angle here. We can find this angle here, and then we can use the sine, the area rule to find the area of, in this case, this is the, right, we're gonna use CB multiply by by CE multiplied by sine of C. B, C, D is how we find the angle. Now, we say how first do we find this angle here? If we can see is that we can find this angle here and this angle here because we have all the information here. From following the rules of SAW, CA, TOA, we can see that if we come to the first triangle, which is ABC, we can realize that the sine of, let's just call this X, and let's call this Y. The sine of X is going to be equals to, sine is equals to, the opposite of X is 3, over the hypotenuse of X is 1 over 5, right? And then we're going to say, also for Y, the sine, now we're considering triangle CDE. Say the sine of Y is going to be equals to the opposite, which is 8, over the hypotenuse, which is 10. Right? Therefore, we're going to find x plus y plus that c plus that c, which is an unknown c, but in this case we're going to write it as b, c, d. Should be 180. Right? So x is equals to the arcsine of 3. Right, let's put this in a calculator. Let's just use this calculator I have here. A little bit of patience. All right. Right, we're going to say shift sine of 3 over 5. Is take the round up. It's going to be 36.87 plus sine of 8 over 10 is going to be 53.13 plus c is equals to 180. We say 36.87 plus 53.13 makes 90 degrees. Therefore, c is equals to 180 minus 90 degrees. Therefore, c is equals to 90 degrees. Since c is 90 degrees, we can come here and say 1/2 of cb, which is 5, and then another half of CE, which is 10, sine of C, no, not C, yeah, of C, which is BCD, which is this one, which is 90 degrees, is all going to be equals to sine of 90 degrees. Of 90 degrees, which is 1. Therefore, 1 over 2 multiplied by 50 multiplied by 1 is equals to 25. Is the area of this triangle. The area of this triangle. Okay. Next. All right. Just for future purposes, this is B, this is D, this is B, this is D. Okay, cool. All right, here we have big triangle, big circle, and then in this we have two, well, I might draw it inaccurately like this. We have a square that goes here. Then we have another big triangle that comes here, but goes outside, but comes inside. Doesn't have to be accurate. This here is 72 centimeters squared. This here is 9 centimeters squared. That here is 27 centimeters squared. What is the radius of this triangle? Oof. This one is a rather interesting one. Okay, let's start with the big one. The big one, the radius. We are going to assume that this is the center, otherwise there wouldn't be a way forward, right? Because there isn't a lot of information given. We're going to assume this is the center, and this is a triangle, and that is a triangle. From looking at the big one, we can see that the big one, we can say this is x. Idiot, my boy. Joke is your girlfriend.
My name is Idialu.
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. Then Shalom Mustafa. All right. If we're going to solve this one, we're going to have to make a lot of assumptions. And the first assumption, right, is if you are looking, okay, let's check something. Let's make 27 times. Shit. Okay, let's leave this one for now. And then pass this one. Okay, let's try this. I'll come back to that one later. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this one is 5. This one is 7. This one is 5. Okay, we need this area here. Okay, pretty straightforward. But the folks said no.